So this is the view of septic tank, which nothing but the inlet, outlet, the baffle wall, water surface, a ground surface, manhole for sludge, and the sludge which settle down at the bottom, that is called as septage. Okay, so as we discussed, so the water is not a pure water, as it is a grey water because it contains organic material and that needs to be filtered out. So as more water enters from influent, the water level inside the septic tank rises and grey water will exist through the effluent. So cleaning, how to clean the septic tank? So regular septic tank cleaning is the only way to prevent septic tank system from clogging and wear. So pumping is the only way of cleaning. So frequency of cleaning depends on the volume of solid, amount of indigestible solid and the ambient temperature. So because of the period of cleaning is vary from 6 months to 4 to 5 years. Okay, so normally the period of cleaning vary from few months to so many years. So normally once in a 3 years or twice in a 5 years, 4 years. So this is what the generally the period of cleaning. So generally this period of cleaning vary from 6 months to 4 to 5 years. Okay. So either it is once of 6 months or once of 3 to 4 years or 5 years. Sludge from tank dispose after drying. Okay, so after the cleaning of tank, sludge removed from the tank and which is disposed after the drying of sludge. Okay, sludge drying which is used for the removal of water content from the sludge. Next, installation tips. Okay, so do not construct septic tank higher than the plinth level of the building. The best will be constructed at ground level. So mostly the septic tank constructed below the ground level. Okay, so the septic tank should be at least 2 feet away from the wall or the plinth. So potential problems: oil and grease are difficult to degrade, can cause the inlet drains to block. Okay, so oil and grease, as you know, the oil and grease which can be removed by the oil and grease tap, but in septic tank there is no any system to remove the oil and grease. So oil and grease are difficult to degrade, so can cause the inlet drain to block. So flushing non-biodegradable items like cigarette butts and cotton buds clog a septic tank. So we should also uh, take prevention regarding this flushing of non-biodegradable items uh, which clog a septic tank. Chemicals like pesticides, herbicides, and inorganic material like paints and solvent it can damage the working of septic tank. So it is also taken precaution, that is avoid the chemicals like pesticides, herbicides, paints and solvent to flow flow out in a septic tank. Okay, so roots from trees may clog and rupture them. So these are some various problems which occurs during the collection of the waste from the houses. So next, excessive water entering the system will overload it and cause it to the fail. Okay, so excessive water entering the system will cause it to fail and overload. So that also should take in consideration. Septic tanks by themselves are ineffective at removing nitrogen compounds that can potentially cause algal blooms in receiving water. Okay, so removing of nitrogen compounds is not ineffective, so which cause algal blooms. All toilet papers are not suitable to dispose in a septic tank. So some toilet papers are specifically marked as suitable for use in septic tank, septic system. Some was not. So environmental issues. What are the environmental issues? Okay, so first, organic material plus nutrients under the anaerobic decomposition, which convert into CH4, CO2, NH3, and biomass. So sulfates under the anaerobic conditions of septic tank are reduced to hydrogen sulfide H2S, which is a toxic gas which cause odor. So nitrates and organic nitrogen compounds are reduced to ammonia. Next, because of the anaerobic condition, fermentation process takes place, which ultimately generate the CO2 and methane is again a greenhouse gas. So waste water Also contain phosphorus, and phosphate can cause the limiting nutrients for plant growth in many ecosystems. So these are some environmental issues due to the disposal of the wastewater from the septic tank. So what are the some advantages of septic tank? So some of the various advantages of septic tank. The first one is easy in construction. Next, no maintenance problem. Okay. Next, that is exceptional periodic cleaning. That is once in a 3 years or once in a 4 or 5 years. So no maintenance problem. Once cleaning within a 5 years. So the first easy in construction of septic tank. Next, no maintenance problem except potential cleaning. Periodically cleaning. Next, excellently functioning of septic tank can considerably reduce the suspended solid and BOD from sewage. Okay, so it almost removed the 60 to 70% of solid and BOD from the sewage. Okay, so excellently functioning of septic tank can considerably reduce of suspended solid and BOD from sewage. Due to digestion, reduction in volume is about 60% and reduction in weight is about 30%. So due to digestion, the total volume that going to be reduced up to 30% and weight that also going to reduce up to 30%. Okay, so it is suitable for the community. So it is a completely passive system, small area required for the construction, low initial and operation cost of septic tank, and effluent from septic tank is disposed without much trouble. Okay, so you can directly dispose that effluent into the irrigation field or over the ground. Okay, so effluent from septic tank is disposed without much trouble. So what are the disadvantages of the system of septic tank? So if septic tank is not properly functioning, effluent will be very foul and very dark. Okay, so if the septic tank is not properly functioning, then effluent will be very foul, which create odors and also the dark color. The leakage of gases from the top cover of septic tank may causes the bad smell and the environmental pollution. Okay, so gases released from the top of the windpipe, which leakage of gases from the top cover of septic tank may causes the smell and environmental pollution. Periodical cleaning, removal and disposal of sludge remains a tedious problem. Okay, so the removal of sludge and the disposal of sludge, that is a huge sludge after the 3 years cleaning and 5 years cleaning. So that disposal of sludge remains a tedious problem because it is periodically cleaning once in a 3 year. So the disposal of sludge is a major problem. So disposal of effluent. Now how to dispose effluent of septic tank? So some of ways we can use for the disposal of effluent, one is a soak pit. We can dispose the effluent of septic tank into soak pit. Next, the subsurface irrigation. Next, the treated and trickling filter and the recycling of that septic tank effluent for various purposes. So these are some of the disposal methods for the effluent of septic tank. So now, what is the soak pit? Okay, so what is soak pit tank? So soak pit it is the method which is used for the disposal of effluent which comes from the septic tank. Okay, so introduction of septic tank, design, working, health aspect, maintenance, advantages and disadvantages of soak pit. Okay, so why the soak pit? So soak pit due to the water in the septic tank is not a pure. So it is called as grey water because it still contains organic material and that need to be filtered out. So after the anaerobic decomposition, till that water which contained some of the organic materials, so which need to be filtered out. Okay, so that is called as grey water. So that's why for the disposal we need a soak pit. A soak pit is a covered porous wall chamber that allows water to slowly soak into the ground. Pre-settle effluent from the septic tank is discharged to the underground chamber from where it infiltrates into the surrounding soil. Okay, so after the complete anaerobic digestion of wastewater, that grey water or the septic effluent which you dispose into the that filter. So a soak pit is act as a filter. Okay, and after the disposal of effluent into soak pit, what happen? Which infiltrate into the ground and the surrounding soil. Okay, so a soak pit is a covered and porous wall chamber that allow water to slowly soak into the ground. So pre-settled effluent from septic tank is discharged to the underground chamber from where it infiltrates into the surrounding soil. So design of a soak pit. A layer of sand and fine gravel is sprayed across the bottom to help dispose the flow. So depth should be between 1.5 to 4 meter depth and never less than 1.5 meter above the groundwater table. So as we already know, the soak pit is a method of disposal of effluent. So due to disposal of effluent, that water going to be percolate into the ground. So that's why that soak pit should be above the groundwater table. Okay, so depth of soak pit vary between 1.5 to 4 meter depth, but never less than 1.5 meter above the groundwater table. So it should be 1.5 meter above the groundwater table. Okay, because which may be cause the contamination of groundwater. Okay. You have heard that soak pit should be at a depth, or the groundwater should be 1.5 meter. Okay, so soak pit should be above the 1.5 meter from the groundwater table. Okay, so the soak pit is filled with the coarse rock and gravel. So what are the contents of soak pit? Which fill with the coarse rock with gravel and some uh, broken bricks. Okay, that is called brick bag. So brick bag, coarse rock and gravel, which are the some components or the material which is used for the soak pit construction. Okay, so soak pit is filled with coarse rock, gravels and brick bag. The rocks and the gravel will prevent the walls from collapsing, but will still provide adequate space for the wastewater. So this is what the construction of soak pit. Okay, so what are the different parts of soak pit? So the first, the dimension is minimum up to 900 mm, okay, up to 1 meter. Then A and B, that is the masonry ring which is constructed on both sides. So at the middle it is a stone or a brick or aggregate. C, which indicate the brick chamber. Next D, which indicate the casing with the coarse sand, and E, which indicate the effluent from the septic tank. Okay, so these are the various parts of the soak pit. The first is the masonry ring or the construction masonry structure or masonry wall. Okay, so which is filled with the stones or brick pads or aggregates. Next, the brick chamber. Okay, surrounding to the west, disposal of waste. That is brick chamber. Next, the thick outer casing with the coarse sand, and E, that is effluent from the septic tank. So effective depth is total depth is vary up to 1 meter, and okay, which is above the 150 mm effective depth. So how it works, working of soak pit. So as the wastewater percolates through the soil from the soak pit, small particles are filtered out by the soil matrix and organics are digested by microorganisms. Soak pits are best suited to soil with good absorptive properties. Clay, hard pack or rocky soils are not appropriate.